11 on Channel 95.7.
That's a lot of numbers.
9:30.
Okay, there's more numbers.
$500 shopping spree to Meijer.
Another number.
I know, I can't help it.
500 smackaroos in your pocket, 9:30. You're walking through Meijer. You can buy whatever you want. Maybe you're going to buy Balderdash.
Yeah, that's goodbye.
I haven't played Balderdash in a really long time.
I don't think I've ever played it.
Somebody was asking me if I had played Balderdash ever. That's the board game where they give you a word, and everyone has to come up with a definition for the word.
Right.
So it's kind of fun.
And don't you have to figure out if it's real or not?
Yes, one is real.
Okay.
And then all the rest are not real. And then people have to decide if they're real or not. And I think that that'd be fun to play with my kids. But then I remember my kids aren't smart like that. Like, they can't do that.
Well, they're young. It's not
Right.
that they're not smart. They just don't know that stuff yet.
They can't do stuff like that.
Right.
Like, they can't play password. They can't play that. They can barely play Clue. You know what they can play, though, is that dream phone where you have to call and figure out who likes you at the mall.
You guys love that dream phone.
That's a fun one. So you call these guys, and they tell you clues. So he likes eating everything. And then he'll say, but not popcorn. And then you cross off all the guys with popcorn. And you are the only one who hears, but not popcorn. So then you go through. It's like Clue, but finding people to date.
It sounds like fun.
We played that the other day, and it was Marcus.
Is he dreamy?
They're all dreamy.
Are they?
In a late 80s, early 90s kind of way.
Are you going to teach your girls card games like euchre and stuff? You should.
I know.
Because every time I'm with my parents, they want to play euchre.
And
I don't know how, and nobody's ever explained to me the point of the game.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to do in this game?
Trying to win.
Well, no kidding.
Yeah.
But what is the point?
You want to get points.
Okay, nobody's ever sat down and explained it to me. They just try to teach me as we play, and it's annoying and frustrating. And so, this weekend, I put the squash down. I was like, no,
I'm not learning this game.
I'm not playing. Nope, I'm not playing the game.
I'm out of here. Someone teach me. But teach me in a way that I know.
Dan said that he is, because Dan has a lot of patience.
Yes,
so he said one
with
day we're
you.
just going to sit down and just do it.
Nice.
He's going to show me hand by
Katie
hand.
learned how to play euchre by playing it on her phone. Now, I know you have a distaste and disdain for online gaming.
Yeah, I don't do that.
But whenever she would be pooping or have a minute, she would play a quick hand of euchre to learn how to play. You can do the same thing.
Yeah, I wish I would have learned when I was younger.
Yeah.
Euchre's the worst.
You hate it?
Yeah, Gina's whole family plays it every Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I always get yelled at. Don't like it.
Because you play the wrong thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you never remember that Jack is the
Oh,
high?
yeah. As soon as the Trump... No, I get the Jack is. I always forget Trump or whatever, and they're like, no table talk, no whatever.
yeah.
I'm just like, I can't remember all these rules.
Table talk is the worst. You and Nick should sit down and learn to play euchre together.
We'll battle.
It'd be
Sounds like a
perfect.
horrible idea.
You just learn and learn and learn.
Well, and I just don't like cards.
We were just
I'm not a cards person.
We
like
were
rummy.
talking about kids and cards at Thanksgiving because one of my brother-in-law's, one of my niece's friends, they play poker. And the kid plays poker and is good at poker.
Okay.
And she is 11, probably.
Wow.
And she's good at poker, and who knows how good she really is. I mean, when you hear a kid is good at something, you got to kind of knock it down a few notches. But the kid is good at poker and plays poker. And everyone thought that was weird that the parents had taught them how to taught the kids.
Maybe they want him to go to Vegas and be in one of those $1 million poker tournaments.
Or they just want to play with them.
Right.
I had tried to teach my kids how to play Texas Hold'em 3 years ago, and they were too young because they were 5, 6, and then they would have been
Texas
Haley would have been
Hold'em
9.
when they're 5 and 6.
Yeah, because I wanted to play. So I was sitting at home
That's
with
awesome.
them, and I was like, I'll teach you guys a card game. So
Yeah.
then I'm dealing them out and I'm showing them, and their brains couldn't comprehend what was happening. Like, well, what do you do? And they don't know how to bet, and they don't have. It's not real money. So
Right.
then they're just betting crazy, and I'm like, no, you wouldn't. You would fold here. Oh, so then they're folding every time. It's like, no, you have a good. So then I see everyone's hand, so it's not really playing.
Right.
But when is it okay to then teach your kids these games? Because the whole point is gambling and to make money. Like euchre, especially too. That's all about just getting money. Which is why your parents want to play you, because they not only want the free
They wanna
lodging,
take
and
my
food,
money?
but they want all your pennies. Absolutely.
Oh, I don't think we played for money. We didn't play for money the last time we played.
Okay,
When
well-
I decided that I hated euchre and all card games, and I don't ever want to play one again.
Because you're so bad at it that they feel bad taking your money.
Probably.
Dan probably pays them as they're
Probably.
leaving.
But what's the card game? The stupid game that you can get in the checkout at any store.
Farkle.
No.
Yahtzee.
No.
Farkle is dice. Farkle is awesome, by the way. If you want to start playing something fun. Pokemon.
Oh, what's the
baseball
card
cards?
game? Oh, whatever. I can't remember.
Solitaire.
No. No.
A deck of 52.
It's a black and white cards, and they're wild cards.
Uno.
Uno. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like Uno.
Yeah, Uno's great.
Yeah.
That's about it. But last time we played Uno, when I was at my parents' house and family was there, we played for money. We play Uno for money, but not euchre for money.
Absolutely. Well, because you're bad at euchre.
Yeah.
Like normally,
and I'm not playing that for money because I don't even want to be sitting at the table playing that.
Right. You hate
the only
it.
reason I'm doing that is because there is not a fourth person that can play.
Right. But colors and numbers, you're good with. So
Absolutely.
You'll play Uno.
Absolutely.
My dad, my dad used to cheat at Uno, like something fierce. He would put down multiple cards, and now I catch my kids doing it. And they're like, well, your dad did it. I'm like, yeah, that didn't ever make it right. It never made it right that he would put down 2 or 3 cards. And I was a kid. He would cheat against me as I was a kid.
And that's so funny.
And I still remember. And now I know how to cheat. I mean, it's easy.
And you don't ever do it?
Sometimes I do it, but not against the kids. Right?
No.
Okay. Well, unless I'm really losing. Yeah, I'll do that. But if you drop down 3 or 4 with a wild. Oh,
it's brilliant. I mean, your dad is brilliant.
Or you turn a 6 into a 9.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Good, Marie. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. So you're a poker player?
Oh, my God, I was just chuckling at what you guys were saying because when my kids were growing up, they played Uno and all that.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, my dad played poker. My mom would always find him at the El Toreador bar playing poker with his friends. Mm-hmm. But he never taught us.
Okay.
So as we got older, it's so amazing to me how many of my siblings plus myself, we do like to play poker, and I play tournaments.
Do you really?
Oh, my God. Do you know it is such a rush when you get to a tournament and there's 7 tables and there's generally 10 people at a table and you kick the pants off of all them guys and you make it to the final table and you win the tournament?
Good
oh, my
for
God.
you. Good for you, Marie.
It's such a rush because they think it's a guy's game, and it's like, oh, my God.
Why don't you go to like the those huge games in Vegas where you could win millions of dollars?
Oh, my God. I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to, but it costs so much money to get in, or you have to win your way in.
Right. Yeah, the buy-in is ridiculous. Yeah.
I have a couple friends who have played online and won their ways into like some national tournaments. It's easier than you think, especially if you were good around here. You'd be pretty good online probably.
Yeah, I play online now because they've shut mostly all the poker rooms around here down.
Oh, really?
They did?
Yeah, the state has shut most of the poker. I think there's only one in Muskegon, but they're not allowed to do tournaments.
Okay.
They do cash tables, and I'm not going to sit down with my money, but I'll pay $25 and play a tournament and win $300 or $700.
Why would they close those down, but casinos are okay?
I think because they were taking away the profits from the casino that was their belief system.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I tell you, it is a rush for a female to get to the table because guys think that you don't know what you're doing.
Good for you.
Well, I can tell you, my 3 daughters have no idea what they're doing.
Well, they will.
They do not get it.
It will come back to them when they get older.
Okay.
When did you start getting good, Marie?
I think probably about after I played about maybe 4 tournaments because you learn the players.
Okay.
And then, you play your cards and you have to play the player.
Okay. Good for you.
Awesome.
Kick some boy butt.
There you go. Well, good luck in Vegas. Hopefully you can. We'll see you on TV.
Yeah, let us know if you end up going.
We'll see you in the World Series.
That would be the World Series. That's what it's called.
That'd be awesome.
Thanks, Marie.
All right.
That is hilarious.
So we got to teach you euchre and Nick euchre. The two of you should just play.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you ever play Uno with someone that's colorblind? I play with my grandpa.
Aww,
So funny.
That is not funny. That is sad.
What kind of rules do you?
How do you play? How does he even play?
He's good most of the time. You just like, Grandpa, that's not green. That's blue.
But he can see that
blue
they're
is a
different.
problem, right?
But he can see that they're different, can't he? They don't look exactly
he
the
doesn't.
same.
But he doesn't know which one's which.
Yeah, but you don't need to know your colors to know to play
Can't you
the
put
same
little
one.
stickies on it that say blue?
We could the whole deck.
You could.
But just on the blue ones. You wouldn't need to put them on all of them.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Well, I think there are varying degrees of color blindness. Some people, I don't think everybody's the same.
But they look, you can tell that they're different.
Right.
So you just say, it doesn't matter what color
So
it
if
is.
blue looks like orange, Well, no. Is there an orange Uno card? I don't think so.
No, you got yellow, you got green, you
No,
got
it's a blue-green problem.
red and blue.
Blue-green prop.
So the only time that would
Nick,
come
that
in,
is just me.
the only time that'd be a problem is if you have to call a color.
It's
off a
funny
while.
because he doesn't really care. He just goes, oh, and just swaps out a different.
Aw, Grandpa.
Worst game ever for the colorblind. Seriously.
No kidding. You're the worst. Do you play for money?
Oh, no. No, we
okay.
just play for fun.
All right.
Imagine if he was totally blind.
Well, then he couldn't play Uno at all.
Right. Somebody would have to sit with him.
You could braille the cards.
Make them all braille.
You could.
Well, but you'd have to feel the deck then, like the discard pile. Get your hands off the discard pile.
You could.
You could.
I mean, if you had a braille machine.
Or you could have, maybe it could announce. That's what you would do.
Right.
You would say, this is blue 7 I'm playing.
Right.
That's what I have to say to the kids. Well, I did when they were little. Now they can kind of follow along.
Because they couldn't see it?
They just, they don't know things. You know, kids.
I can't wait until they are like little adults.
And they do like adult things. Like
And
now
then
they just
you're
do little kid
colorblind.
things.
Now they do kid things because they're kids.
Right. Now they can't play euchre. They can't play any of these games.
And you have one.
Slapjack we play.
What is slapjack?
That's where you deal them up, and then if there's a jack, you slap it. You've never played Slapjack?
No.
Slapjack is one of the classic games of all time.
No.
It's kind of like war,
Okay.
except instead of winning the war, you slap the jack, and then you get the whole deck. If the jack. So really, it's just slapping your friend in the back of the hand.
Okay.
One of you slaps the deck, one of you slaps the back of their hand.
I sat out euchre this year at Thanksgiving.
You
I
did?
just drank beer and petted the animals. Everyone else is.
You need a T-shirt that says that. I'm just here to drink beer and pet the animals. Nick.
Did Gina play?
Yeah, she did. Her and her brother were on a team.
Okay.
Yep.
They could teach you.
Oh, they tried.
Okay.
I'm the unteachable.
I think you either love cards or you don't.
Yeah. Well, I love other
I have
card
no
games.
desire to learn.
I can't switch. My brain's really bad about switching games.
Okay. So what game do you think you're playing?
I always think I'm playing Rummy. Played Rummy for years.
Okay. So you're like gin, and they're like, no, one game.
This is euchre.
We're playing spades. You're like, ah, dang it.
Connie and Curtis on